Hello and welcome to Nanny Moon's Crochet. My name's Sally and today's date is the 20... I should know, my grandson's birthday. It's the 29th of April 2024. Happy birthday, Jonathan. It's 2 today. Spoke to you already, haven't I? On the phone, eating your toast, opening your presents. Love you. Love you, Jonathan. So, yeah, 29th today of April. I've got just a few finished objects today, not too many. I'm not sure why. I went visiting mum on Saturday, so it's about 3 hours journey there, 3 hours back, so I didn't do any crocheting that day, Saturday. Lovely to see mum though. Welcome to all my new subscribers. I've had lots, all of a sudden, a little influx, so welcome to my channel. Hope you all stick around and got lots of videos coming up, so lovely of you to join. Thank you. Join our little community of family. First thing I want to show you today, as always, I tend to start with Cocos Crochet's Litsa at Cocos Crochet. She has a cal going along, a crochet along, and it's running for 6 months, and I think we're on project 8 at the moment, which every 2 weeks she'll draw a category, and it's little items that you can just put away for Christmas presents or just store in a little box to keep as and when you need them. And she'll pick a category out of a little bag, a little crochet basket that she's made, and not Saturday just gone, but the one before, she oh, excuse me. The category was soap sacks or bags. So I was going to just do little bags to make gift bags for pop little gift cards in or things like that, little presents. So last week I showed you, I'd made this one, and that's the bean stitch. I love that one, it's quite thick, and that opens up and closes. So I made that one last week, which I showed you on the last episode, and I've got 2 patterns. I looked on Yarnspirations, Lovecrafts, and various different websites and places, and then I looked on lionbrand.com, and they have a lot of free patterns, and this one was a free crochet pattern from Lion Brand, and it was the Griddle Stitch. This is the free pattern. It's the Griddle Stitch, which with this cowl that I'm participating in, I'm trying to do a different stitch that I've never done before in some of the projects, and I think it's a good way to do little items and to use these different stitches. So this was the Griddle Stitch, and it's called a wedding favour sachet. So the yarn that I used, oh excuse me, oh back again, the postman came. In my yarn haul I showed you this. It's the new fashion double knitting by Woolcraft. These I bought from the little wool shop online, and it's 100 gram, 100% acrylic, and there's 300 meters, and they were only £1.48 a ball. And this colour was the Orange Mist. It's like, it's got the orange, but then it's got looks a bit yellow on my phone. It's got little bits of white, but it's a very pale, but it's called Orange Mist. So I thought I'd try that one, and I've used a 4mm hook, and this was the Griddle Stitch. So that was nice. I hadn't done that one before. And then on the pattern they said put there's a little eyelet hole and they've put ribbon satin because they're little wedding favour bags. But I thought this is acrylic, not cotton, so I thought I could just put little gift cards in here for family, friends, or any little gift really. But and then I put the little bead at the end, which I had off Temu. Little bead. So that's the first one. I think I've told you anything. 4mm hook, and so that was that pattern. So really enjoyed doing that. Minnie, go and lie down. It's a good girl. She's pottering. And the next free Lion Brand pattern was kitchen cotton 1 ball soap bag, and that's that. The picture's not all that clear. I used a 4.5mm hook, and I've used Lily Sugar and Cream in soft ecru. So I've got all of this, and it doesn't even use this full ball. But this is 120 yards, 109 meters. But like I said, I haven't even used. I probably used half of the ball. It's a 4-weight that, and with that one, it was what stitch was this? Let me see. Oh, I think these were just let's have a look. You do in US terms double crochet in 1 stitch. Oh, that's the eyelet hole. They're just single crochets all the way around in US terms, that is. And then you did the eyelet hole. So this was the next one. And you chained, you chained and then connected it, slip stitched it together, and then just went in the round, and then you slip stitched together at the bottom, or just sewed it together. And then I just put this little die. They had one at the front, but I just did it at the side so I could close it like that. Now this one, because it's in cotton, I did put this, I'd got this Green Man soap. It's from, my sister gave me this. So it's a nice, it's got citrus, bergamot oil. Yes, it's just not, anyway, just a soap, but that one does fit in there nicely. So I thought that was lovely. So that was with a 4.5mm hook. So that's that one. And my next item is, I know most of you watch Julie at KS Mom Crochets, I know, and a lot of you have followed along and made a tooterphant, because she's the queen of tooterphants. I always think she's done lots and lots of tooterphants. So, and I love elephants, so I thought I'd buy the pattern and have a go. And the pattern was £3.60 £3.60 from Etsy, and it's by Lucy Ravenscar. Lucy Collin is her name, and this is the pattern of the little tooterphants. There's the little one, little baby one, and then the mummy one. So that's what they look like. And bearing in mind, this was my first attempt. I've used the Hobby, this was Hobby Essentials Streamers yarn in the colour just blue. This was from Poundland, and I used one full ball and then just a tiny little bit of this one. So I've done 2 ears. I think I've done the whole of the tooterphant, 2 ears, 2 legs. I literally had to do 2 legs out of this one, and that was the little tooterphant. So So that was the yarn, and I used the 3.5mm hook, and this is my tooterphant. I don't think I put the legs on properly. They should have been more like that. They seem to be more spread out. I did a tiny little tail. Perhaps should have been a bit bigger. Yes, I like that. I embroidered the eyes following the tutorial of Cassandra at Craftably Ever After. She does a lovely tutorial for eyes. So I followed that. I'm still learning with that though. And then there's the little smile underneath there. But yeah, I need a bit more practice with doing this bit. But I thought I just did the small one. I think they have you with the trunk going down a little bit, but I'm sure I've always read it's bad luck to have the trunk facing down, so I didn't mind if it was facing up a little bit, trumpeting up. Then you could see his little smile better. But for my first effort, I was quite pleased with my little tooterphant. So that's my little tooterphant. I quite like it. I know I need a lot of more practice with sewing on legs, and then in the pattern, this bit here, you crochet a bit there, you only stuff to here, and then this extra bit goes inside, and they tell you to pull it out, the yarn, pull it here and down, and so that it pulls it down a bit. But Julie always leaves a long thread and threads the yarn out from the tail, and then crochets the tail with a little bit that's left. But I hadn't really got a long enough needle to do that, so I had to come out here somewhere and here, and then try and pull it, so it hasn't really pulled it back far enough. But just a second. Oh, but since knowing I shall be doing more, I ordered these off Amazon. It's quite a big eye. It's a thread, quite a thick eye, and they're that long. So even with a smaller one, I would have benefited. These were called upholstery needles for leather. They got quite a sharp point. But I was looking for doll needles, and they only did 6-inch, or they didn't really do them long enough. I think 8-inch was the longest, but I felt I needed a really long one. So these were classed as upholstery needles, but I thought I've got them now, so they're handy. They weren't very much. So that's that, and I've done a bit on my temperature blanket, but I'll show you that lastly. I'm just going to move on to my Crochet Critter of the Week. This book, I've just had a look on Amazon, and it's what is it? It's £8 on Amazon, this book, so it's a lovely book. I've almost done all of the animals. The only thing I do different, it's by Sarah Zimmerman, and the only thing that I do differently, when she continues the round, she'll slip one, chain one, and then do the next round. But I work in continuous rounds. That's the only difference. I just find it easier to do that. So last week, hey Coda. Last week I drew Penelope the penguin, and here's Penelope the penguin. She was really, show you the back. That's the back, little wings. You didn't have to stuff the wings, so that was nice. Little eyes, two little feet. She does sit up nicely. So that's her. Now I always use a 4mm hook, and I always use Stylecraft Special Aran, and I've used graphite for the body, saffron for the little feet and the beak, and then these are two little small, this is the end of, the black is just black and the white is just the white. But when I was talking, when I did my Poundland yarn haul, I also bought some clips, so like the hair clips really, but this is what I meant that I did with them. When you've wound your ball, your little ball winder, I just put a little clip there to stop it unravelling. Did the same with that one. Look, it just stops them from coming undone. So that's little Penelope done. I'm hoping that's all the ones with black. I don't think there's any with any more black in. So, but they weren't too bad. The wings, I think as long as you've got a good light, and the 12mm eyes. So that's little Penelope, and I'll draw this little mug for my new subscribers. It's a little mug my daughter bought me, Emma. She bought me my last birthday. Just a little hook there, but I don't use it to drink coffee or tea. I'm afraid I'm worried I'd break this or break the handle, so I use it just for display. I love it. We've only got 1, 2, 3, 4, about 6 left now, so let's have a look. There we are. Next week we'll be doing, let's have a look. Hope it's not upside down. Iggy the Iguana. Oh yeah, I've been waiting for that one. That's a nice one. Iggy. In the front of the book, it shows you all the different, from A to Z, shows you all the different little animals. There we are. Where are we? Number 59. Page 59. Oops, gone past it. 59. So, bit of colour changing on the tail, which I was quite nervous about, but doing Xena the zebra, but that was really not as difficult as I was expecting it to be. So I'm hoping that's all in one piece, but I bet it isn't. I bet you still got to sew the head on. Probably the head and the tail's one piece, and then there's this little bit here. So looking forward to doing Iggy. Put my little bookmark in there. Oops. Iggy the Iguana. So that'll be for next week. Now my temperature blanket, as it's the end of the month. I showed it a couple of weeks ago, but only because I was excited because we'd had some hot temperature, so the yellow went in. Now what for my new subscribers, what I'm doing a temperature blanket. So for every day of this year, which will be 366 days, as we've had a leap year, I chained 300, and I'm doing the linen stitch or the moss stitch. I think it's both the same, and I'm using a 4.5mm hook, and every day, well, not every day, it tends to be on a Sunday, so at the end of each week I've got an app called AccuWeather, ACCU Weather, and I put my village in here, Lambeda, and it tells you the temperature. It tells you the high and the low, but I'm doing the highs. So 3 degrees C this is, and below I'm using the silver. I made this little chart. So 3 and below I'm using silver. 4 to 6, all of these are Stylecraft Special DK. This which is wash and machine, wash and dry by machine, wash and tumble dry, silver. Then there's 4 to 6 is cloud blue, 7 to 9 is Cornish blue, 10 to 12 is Lincoln, 13 to 15 is grass green, grass green. 16 to 18 is saffron, which was that bit of yellow that you saw. Saffron. 19 to 21 is citron. 22 to 24 is sunshine. 25 to 27 is spice. And if we ever get to 28 degrees C and above, it's claret. So I'm hoping we get a bit of claret. Yes, I've got this diary and I just write down, oh, it looks very messy, but I just put the weathers and then cross them off as I've done them, the temperatures. So I've done up until Saturday the 27th. Because I was doing it yesterday, you have to wait till the following day to make sure the temperature's accurate. So I've done up to there. And let me show you my colours. These are, oops, these are my colours. All my colours in my little basket. And here we are. So I've done this much of it. I think I missed a few end stitches there. So this was all of January. This was all of February. This was all of March. We started getting a bit of the grass green colour. And April, look, you see we had that saffron, but there's a lot more greens. So it's definitely warming up. And then this is the, you fold it in half so you can see it in half. Oops, so we've got from there to there, that's in half. And then we've got, that's how much we've done, that's April. So it'll be a nice, I did it in it, this Stylecraft Special DK normally suggests a 4mm hook, but I did it to 4.5 just so it was a little bit more drapey. And it does feel really, really nice already at the moment. So so this is an ongoing project, but each month I like to just show you my progress on it. But that's it's going to be a really warm blanket when it's done, so I'm pleased about that. All caught up with that. And I think that's all. It's absolutely tipping it down outside, and it's gone a bit chilly, so yeah, I'll put my scarf on this morning. I think you just need something round you. So yeah, I just feel a bit in a daze this morning. I don't know why it's today, but anyway, I'll have a cup of coffee and I'll be alright. So like I said, thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you for joining, and I hope you stick around and join us. There'll be lots more to come in the summer. And have I got anything in the week? Let me think. Got no yarn coming in. I think I've spent my surplus. Spent my oh, I'm rambling. Anyway, I'll see you all next Monday. If I don't get a video in between, I'll have a look. Until then, love you all. See you next Monday. Bye. Take care.